This video is brought to you by Mubi.
I think you are a bad loser.
And I think you're an abysmal winner.
If you've watched any film in the last decade or so, you would have probably seen something like this. Two opposing forces in conflict.
I would say that's that, Mattress Man.
Indeed, every film requires some form of a protagonist or an ensemble that pushes the story forward and a resisting force that breaks that momentum. This is how the film progresses through its story and themes and defines its tonal color. But this idea can easily become redundant and make the film predictable if there's an over-reliance on character expositions.
Shut up! Shut the
Verbal or even physical. So what can you do? One of the simplest ways to solve this problem is to use movements, a technique that a legendary South Korean filmmaker, Chan-wook, masterfully employs. In his films, movements are like a balanced narrator. They supplement, explain, or even foretell the tone of the film without ever feeling excessive or out of place. For example, take a look at how Park opens his 2003 neo-noir action thriller, Oldboy. A straightforward shot-reverse shot of two unknown characters on a rooftop. What's brilliant about this opening is that it generates tension and a sense of conflict without giving away any narrative context, simply by placing the characters at a higher ground. This allows for a visual representation of suspense without a need for an exposition. So when the internal tension has been resolved, you just bring them back down. Once you have this basic premise, you can essentially communicate any emotional conflict you want. If you need to show desperation, place the character at the very bottom. If a narrative relief is a misdirection, place the character at the top. If one resolution will bring more conflicts down the road, force the character to bring themselves down from a higher point. Watch the film with this in mind and you'll discover that the majority of the film's turning points involve some kind of a vertical movement. From bottom to top, top to bottom, and even both at the same time. Do note, however, that the vertical imagery used in this film isn't just a stylistic choice, as the film tells a story about the gradual fall and destruction of two interdependent men. From high to low. And this applies to Park Chan-wook's other films as well. With a story advocating the excitement of a downfall, every downward movement is delineated as being agile and full of adrenaline, while upward climbs are kept static and realistic. And if the climb is a jump, he flips the camera to nullify the swiftness of the motion. Sometimes there may be opposing values presented in a single story. When this happens, Park conceptually links these ideas to two polar altitudes so that the same conversation can feel different depending on the location. Especially with Decision to Leave, his latest film, the two leading characters themselves are directly associated with two contrasting locations, one with mountains and another with ocean. In fact, one way to maximize the viewing experience for this particular film is figuring out how each character slowly migrates over time from their original position to that of the other person, from top to bottom and bottom to top.
내가 그렇게 나쁩니까?
So next time you have to shoot a scene with complex emotional undercurrent, try to identify the film's central movement and see how you can transform that into a visual grabber. Because sometimes a quick tilt can speak louder than 1,000 words. Hello everyone, thanks for watching this quick video on Park Chan-wook's visual style, inspired by his latest film, Decision to Leave, now in cinemas in the US, Canada, UK, and Ireland. I'm actually working on a full-length analysis exclusively on Decision to Leave, which will be coming in the next few months, and just wanted to create a separate video as an introduction, if you will. So I do hope you enjoyed this teaser. Thanks again for watching, stay tuned, and that's it for me.